Although many people today see Inkz as a loving and caring person, he knows that deep down, he was not always like this. It all began in middle school. Inkz was walking home one day, not in a particularly good mood, and he noticed someone was following him. He turned around and he saw the person. He didn't think much of it until more people started showing up. One on the sides, one across the street, one in front of him even. A total of 6 people surrounded him. He didn't know what to make of this until one of the persons said, "Initiation." And at that moment, Inkz knew. Inkz, as a kid, particularly did not grow up in a good area of town. He was witness to many violent acts, murders, drugs being sold right in front of his house. He knows what the word initiation means. 6 members quickly turned into 5 as they made a circle around him and that person. Inkz had to get his guard up. Anything could happen in this. And after that, a fight quickly ensued. It didn't take long for one person to go down, and that person was not Inkz. He would not let a bunch of people scare him down that easily. And that's when another one of the members of the 5 people interfered and said, all right, that's enough. I've seen what I wanted to see." He was confused. It did not take much of fighting. Hell, it was probably even 5 or 10 seconds. But Inkz wanted to hear what he had to say. You actually fight good, knowing you're surrounded by a lot of people. I like that. You always have that calm head. We need someone like you. The way he was talking to Inkz, he could have sworn that he was talking to one of his best friends. He was very confused about what they were going to ask him next. We were wondering if you were willing to join us. Inkz was shocked. He did not know that this was going to happen so quickly. Usually it takes longer for the initiation. Inkz hesitated, as she should have. Think about it like this, Inkz. Yes, we know who you are. Actually, all these people around us have been keeping a close eye on you, particularly you. Now, here's what I had to say. Either you could walk off, pretend like this never happened, and we make your life a living hell every time we come back to this school. Or you join us and become rulers. Inkz, not wanting to laugh and make a pun about rulers in school, he decided to walk off. But then another member came up from the sides, pulling out a knife. And he knew that this was no joking matter. Like I said, as the leader began to speak again, you can walk off, and we can make your life a living hell. Your choice. Inkz, now faced with the possible consequence of death right in front of him, decided to join. "All right," said the leader. Now that's what I wanted to see. A few months passed after that fateful day. Inkz would now get more involved into violent activities, more fights. Every now and then, in lunch, him and his posse would go to the bathrooms and start a bunch of friendly fights, usually ending up with one of the persons knocked out. Inkz had his fair share of knockouts, but he also got knocked out as well. This one particular day, there was going to be a big fight involving his group and the rival gang of the school. The minute that fight started, the rival gang did not stand one chance. Working as a team, they managed to overcome them. And after that fight, Inkz and his group were known as one of the feared members of the school. After this, Inkz was walking home with one of the members of his gang, and he noticed that a girl was walking on by herself. The other member said, "Hey yo, Inkz, check this out." Inkz stood still, waiting to see what his friend would do. The other member quickly walked up to the girl. Inkz, at the corner of his eyes, spotted something moving around in the distance. He didn't know what it was, but whatever it is, it distracted him from what was unfolding in front of him. The other member started grabbing this person. She was screaming at the top of her lungs for him to let her go, and Inkz didn't know what to do. He thought to himself, what the hell is he doing? Why is he doing this to her? And at that moment, he was filled with immense rage of just seeing an innocent person being treated so poorly. And that's when he acted. He quickly ran up to his so-called friend. I gave him a nice clean one in his cheek, quickly knocking him out. He was surprised that he actually managed to have the much courage to do this. However, that person was not going to go down easily. Inkz knew instantly. He also had to be careful because he knows that that person carried around a knife with him too. So, as soon as he tried to get back up, Inkz quickly got on top of him and started beating the hell out of him, making sure he would not get back up. His so-called friend laid on the pavement, unconscious. He shot a look at the girl that was standing right next to him. She hugged him for a thing and thanked him for helping her out. He said, "Hey, don't worry about it. I'm sorry that you had to go through that. I really don't know what the hell he was doing." With a shaky voice, the girl said, "No, it's okay. I'm just happy you were here to stop him." Inkz chuckled. "My name's Inkz, by the way. What's yours?" She responded, "My name's Syra."